This is the future. Evolution. This is the future. Evolution.
This is the future. What is up, Thursday Night Live? Does everything work? Does my sound work? Does my video work? It's kind of dark in here today. We're working. We're solid. We're live. What is up? Holy smokes. For all of the winners from last week's big giveaway extravaganza, if I have not sent out tracking, you will get it in the next day or two. I boxed up, I don't know, it was like 10 things. Couple things went out. There's a couple that won't be able to go out because there's a few people that won a knife to be customized, and so we will have to do the customization to make all that pretty and done up how they want it, and then we'll get those sent out. But most of the other ones are packed up and ready to rock and roll. If that means it's one of yours, then lucky you. Congratulations. Tracking information coming soon. What's everybody up to today? Happy Thursday. Happy holiday season. Ho, ho, ho. Whatever you celebrate. Yeah, it's a thing, it's a time, it's a place. I don't even know. To the DeLorean! Let's go. Sound good, video good, Kenman looking good. I need to shave. It's getting thick. It seems a little dark in here. Maybe. Am I being picky? Let's, properties, configure, I think if we go, bang, apply, bang, okay, I like it, a little bit better. I can see back here a little bit more. My face is a little bit less in the dark. Maybe we'll do a Kenman after hours. That's happened in the past. Everybody got their holiday shopping done for the year? I do not. Sometimes the family lurks and tunes in, so I can't talk about that too much because I don't want to give anything away. I usually make a few things every year as an artist. For like my mom and my sister in the past, I've always kind of made ornaments, like Christmas tree ornaments. I'll get on the lathe and make up holiday festive looking shapes, and maybe some of them I put some imagery on, or some of them are just cool looking decorations that you would see like the interesting shaped ornaments on a Christmas tree, hand done by me. I like to try to put a little of my own love into my gifts. Sometimes it doesn't always work that way. Sometimes it's just easier. I have nephews, and I can get them Nerf guns and things like that. No, they absolutely love it. Although I have gotten them a few knives now, and they are on board. They've watched some of the lives. They have a good time. If they're watching now, they'd be like, oh, he talking about us. He talked about us. It's cool to be a kid again, right? Although I still don't know what I want to be when I grow up. So kind of a child. The child in me is still alive and well. But I do have a few things I got to pick up. There's Ken Fixed. Everything I donated is in KDK's hands now. It's not on me. It's true. It was never on him. He's got a busy, you know, just donating stuff, and that's I gotta get a hold of him. I was busy. We just didn't have a chance to meet up. But I do have all his stuff. I got it all packed up. It's all about to be in your hands. Thanks again to Ken Fix for all the cool donations, the knives, the coins. Much appreciation from everyone. Who's all in here? What's going down? Alex Kerber. Lanyard Man, I want to see some stuff you've turned. You know, I don't think I have anything in front of me. Maybe I can find some pictures. I probably have some tops. I used to make a lot of tops. It's kind of one of the things you can use smaller scraps of wood and you can just make tops. All right. I know where there's some right here. Maybe they are, maybe they're not. All right. What do you got me doing? Mother load. All right. This is not my prize work, but we have some stuff. Wait a minute now. Okay, hold on. We're gonna separate this for a moment. Gonna cover up this. Not that I have anything exciting to surprise show. Oh, we can't spin them. Tops. Weird acorn looking tops. I got a couple, the ones that flip over. There's another acorn looking top with a nut. One with a hole through it. Yeah, some of these though, like some of these basic ones like this is your winner right here. This thing will spin forever. I might have to move everything. Cute little, oh yeah, this one you can do either way, so you can spin it this direction or you can flip it upside down and get it spinning mushroom style. I thought I had one in here. You ever see those ones where you start it off this way and it forces itself around and then it absolutely flips over on its butt? We'll spin a couple of these when I get some crap out of the way. Maybe I could bring up some photos. I make bowls and goblets and other really cool stuff, or stuff that I think is really cool. I don't know, maybe tops. Inception, right? That was his thing on Inception. Spin that top. If it falls over or if it stays up. Are we in the Matrix? Can you whistle with the acorn one? I mean, I could hold it and whistle. I could hold it and whistle. I could sit there and whistle. Ken says, you guys and gals are awesome. Season of giving, and let's get KDK to 1 million subs. Yeah, you know, 100,000 would be cool. Hell, 10,000 would be cool. It's been going well. I've been having a blast. It's going great. I have over 1,000 new subscribers in the last month. And to go a year and a half to get 6,000, and then in 1 month to get the next 7,000. Pretty cool. What's up, Rolf? Henry G. Marco's here. Dan Stan. Already said Lanyard Man and Ken Fixed. What is up, dudes? Alex. Paul for the win. The Paul. Clint Crosby. Nice little group of people in here so far. No giveaways tonight. It's planned. We'll see. We'll see. Still have shopping to do. Got to make some more money first, says Dan Stan. I hear you on that. I would love to buy myself several things. But I'm kind of budgeting myself. I want to buy that Asher Spyro Warney. It's 140 bucks. I could buy it. I just haven't yet. What's up, Robert Willoughby? Definitely one of the winners last week. Did I say Brian? All right. Get back down here. PC is running 84% on the CPU right now. We're pushing hot. It's not red, but it's yellow. It's definitely yellow. Let me know if we break up or have some issues. I do have in the works to get the new PC. What I'm looking at, I'm spending over $1,000. So I'm kind of putting a little aside for that. I could probably do it now, but trying to wait. I'll probably wait till after Christmas, get all that shopping and stuff done. I don't have credit cards. Well, I have a credit card, but I don't use it. I used them too well in the past, so I don't anymore. I just use it now for gas and groceries, and I pay it off right away, and it's building my credit. My credit's been going up pretty good. Fook Doozle is in the house. Henry G, hit that like button for the Kenman people. Thank you, Henry. Alex already did. What's up, Echo? Happy Thursday. Yeah. Did anybody watch the video of my unboxing today? It was, I have a discredited card. Never leave home without it. I did a unboxing, well actually it was last night, but I was in a Secret Santa and I got lucky or spoiled or I don't know what it is. Yeah, if anybody saw it, right here. So, it was a $40 Secret Santa, and I would like anyone to just look at these images right here of this knife and tell me how long it takes you to determine whether or not this falls under the $40 category. So I got a little spoiled. Yeah, there is some button stick. It's working right now, but every once in a while that button sticks. And actually it sticks like, see this, look at this. Kind of sticking in the closed position. Oof. But then like here, see now I'm pushing and then it drops easy. So I don't know if it's like there's something about the tension on the spring or what, because you've watched the video, I open it like 20 times just fine, like right now. That's working fantastic. But then all of a sudden that spring will get twisted around or something and then it just gets pinned in there, like, oh, there it is. And then it drops shut again. And now the button is fine. So I'm not sure, has anybody ever seen something like that before? But yeah, if you do not know, this is it's the Latama Yuki? Latama. Or what else did it say on the box? Latama Victorium. But if you go to, it's latama.net, this is the Yuki. So you're looking at a titanium handle, button lock, titanium backspacer, titanium clip, a CPM 20 CV blade. 40 bucks. There it's stuck again. It sucks because if it didn't stick, this thing would be, see now it's good again. Right? Drones all over my house, says Kevin Smith and Nyes. What color Asher Spyro would you get? The blue one. that blue one they have, it's like comes in, what is it, like it's like silver or blue or like black, I think. And it's kind of a carbon fiber, but it's kind of a weird, kind of the way it looks, it doesn't quite look like a normal carbon fiber. But tell me I didn't get lucky on my draw for my Secret Santa. This thing, button needs a little work, but dude, very cool. Very appreciative of my Secret Santa. Yeah, my Secret Santa, I guess, because I'm a Secret Santa for someone else. You know, there was a bunch of people in the group. I don't know exactly. It's maybe, I think there was like 20 of us. Is it the spring that's the problem or something else, says Alex. I don't know for sure. What I can tell you, here, I'll just go ahead and, oh, what's going on? I don't need to turn, I gotta turn my little generic dip-de-doo here. Does this work? Split? There. Ta-da! Yeah, I don't know for sure. What I can tell you is it's a button lock. Right now, I'm pushing hard. And there, and it popped in. And so I can see inside there, I can't really show it very well, but there is tension. It kind of gets stuck in there pretty tight, but then it flips out. Right? Look at this right now. This is absolutely fantastic. That was like 10, 20 in a row. But I swear, something moves and then all of a sudden there it took a little bit of pushing to get it in. There it kind of clicked. Ooh. I feel it's like the spring slowly twists the button around and then there's one section of the button where it just doesn't like it. I'm totally guessing. I don't know. I haven't really experienced. It's either it's kind of sticky or it's not. And so it's either always sticky or it's fine. And like this one, it's God, is it only when I do it with my left hand? Ugh. Yeah, I'm thinking it'll smooth out, Dan. I'm just interested if there's something that I can do. You know, if I can put a dot of oil in there or something. So it is anodized titanium. So this is a fun experiment. I'm going to be anodizing a few other pieces that I plan to carry, but it was nice and shiny, smooth blue right when I got it. It still is, but you can see as I touch it, it's going to dull out and wear in. It's a cool looking knife. Look at this hollow grind right here with that secondary on that kind of recurve or whatever. Sweet looking. The Latama. I can show you here. We'll see how my computer handles this. Boom. Latama.net. Here it is, the Yuki. Ceramic bearings. Oh, then the flicking hole, I haven't been able to flick it out. It's like too tight of a detent that I can't get it to work. So the thumb out, flick out hole, kinda. Oil can't hurt, says Henry, right? Exists at the intersection of tradition and innovation. We drew from classic lines and injected modern technology and sensibility to create a new striking design. It features a blade inspired by a cormorant's neck, Japanese swords, effective cutting belly reinforcing the tip for thrusting. I don't know, they got some cool looking stuff. But yeah, you notice that retail price right there. It's a little off of the $40 range. Thank you, Secret Santa. Sometimes you get lucky. I don't know. That's something. It is something. I was blown away though, because you know, you're just expecting like, all right, a $40 thing, you know, you might end up with $50 worth of stuff in there, but some, you know, throw a few things in. This one's 30 plus this is 15, and then you throw in this or whatever, just some little trinkets. But yeah, I opened it up and it was like, what? You can just immediately see the titanium, and you're like, okay, am I being punked? What's happening? What's happening? But it's cool. Anybody else in any WD-50? My Secret Santa was very kind. Cormorants are a more popular bird than I knew. Right, Fook? And then now that you've heard it, you're going to just hear someone's going to say cormorant like tomorrow. And you're going to be like, man, what is all this cormorant action? Whoa. Am I making everybody dizzy? I didn't like my angle of Spangle. I don't know. You get scratch tickets? I don't buy scratch tickets. There's so many of the people that get the scratch tickets at the gas station in front of you, and you're like, oh, come on, and I'll take 2 of those, and I just want to buy $40 worth of gas and a Red Bull. Use a polishing bit on a Dremel on the lock portion of the knife, says Lanyard Man. I'm going to consider that. What I'm going to do is I'm going to do what we just did for an hour or two, watch a movie, a couple of movies, and just really work it for a while. And see if it kind of just breaks in. It might just break in, you know what I mean? I might throw a dab on there. I might take it apart and look at the spring. I almost feel like it's kind of a spring related, you know, it's either spring or like the tolerances on the button when you're looking in there. Actually, hold on, I can turn this. Oh, I can make everyone dizzy. Turn on a little spotlight. So the only writing is on the back of the blade right there, if I can focus that. Latama Victorium. But there's your button, and you can see, push that in and it gets clear. But there is a little scoop that you can't really see at this angle inside of there when it goes into close. So it catches. See, now look at this. Did you see how I could like literally push it? Look at that. It's stopping there. I'm like still applying pressure, and it's like getting caught. Like the groove, basically, as it comes around to close, it's dropping into like a recessed groove that basically holds that blade into position. And I feel like it's catching on that in a way that it, like that groove is up like this, and it needs to be more chamfered out. See, in that time it didn't do it at all. Boom. No problem at all. See, now it's like we are in like Flynn. Whoa. Ooh, you hear that ting? Sweet. I feel like maybe the button is spinning, you know, and it's spinning around, and it's getting to a position as you do it over and over that all of a sudden there it's in that stuck position again. I can't even, oh, look at the dent. Double dent. So happy and confused, and you know, we're gonna figure it out, but there's no way I can flick that out or even thumb it out. Impossible. EDC with DBD. What's up? Can't stay. Head is killing me. Wanted to say hi. Stab that MFN button. Can't stay. Tag everyone, but much love. For sure, everybody go check out EDC with DBD. He's live on a regular basis earlier in the day. I try to tune in and lurk at work when I can. Fook says, wonder whether button just needs a bit of sanding, filing, or smooth all the sides. Yeah, exactly. Like if I take it off and maybe just, God, I got a dent like a, and just go all the way around that edge of it, you know, and just give it just a little cleanup. We'll see. Because it's kind of a weird, you know, that feeling when it's just perfect, it's perfect, it's perfect, it's perfect, and all of a sudden it's stuck. It's like there's a little position in there somewhere that's creating that to get stuck, and in other times it's not in that way. So yeah, I don't know. I'm open to any advice. Hope you feel better. EDC with DBD for sure. Chill out, kind of lay on the couch, you know. Take it easy. It's almost Friday. For some, maybe it's already Friday. Oh my goodness. Kathleen, how's it going? Kathleen, I apologize I haven't sent you a link for some videos. I grabbed a couple and then I got sidetracked and I never actually sent you that link. I'm assuming you're probably giving them that for like a Christmas present or something, so maybe I've still got a little time to get it to you, but I did find a couple good videos for that. Howdy y'all says, what does that say? Oh, until the trap takes us. I was like, I've read this before, but when it's all tight together and my eyes kind of lost a couple of the letters in the middle. What are you up to tonight? What's everybody carrying today? Anybody got anything super cool? I was carrying my new Latama Yuki and kind of happy and frustrated with the button all at once, which is fine. I don't want to sound like I'm not appreciative. It's a super cool knife. I love the way it looks. I mean, whoa. What is this? How did I get over here? That is something. Kathleen says, yeah, he'll getting at the party a couple days before the holiday. Right on. Right on. So by then, maybe you'll have solved it a few times. Echo's got a Kunwu Padre today. Brian's got an Axon. The QSP Locust. That, I was talking about that in my live. Ralph, were you on when I was talking about that? Because someone asked me what QSPs I had, and then I showed them the QSP Gavial, and I said, from what I could remember from a show, it looked like one, and then I was like, I think it's called the Locust. Look it up. The QSP Gavial, this bad boy right here. Gavial is fish-eating crocodile, so it kind of has a crocodile look. And I want to say the Locust had some similarities, right? Except for it was like more of like a Wharncliffe blade. Of course, it's coming up. White Mountain's got one. Hold on. Internet maxed 100. Let me go, please. So yeah, there's the Locust. Notice how it's kind of has some similarities. It's a long, slender, and then the black and silver combo on the blade. Get back to my split. So in a way similar. But someone was really interested in this during the live, and I let them know about it. And I said, you know, go check out QSP. Also check out the Locust, because I thought it looked kind of similar, but it had more of the Wharncliffe blade on it. Nice flipper tab. Flicks out easy. This is a large knife. What do we got? 9 1/4 almost. So it's legit. And look at that point. We're talking pokey sticky tip. For sure. For sure. So yeah, that's the new one. New video coming out tomorrow. I jumped into the straight razor game. What's anyone know about this? What's up, Casey? Good to see you in here. Rolf's gonna send a pic on Instagram. So yeah, this is my first straight razor. Will I shave with it? Stay tuned. So what does it say on here? Let's see if we can get some focus. Barber's Delight on that side. And then on this side, SD Schaub & Co., Wichita, Kansas, and then M, Germany. Anybody know anything about these? Anybody collect these straight razors at all? I just was talking to a friend about it and was like, what kind of knives don't I have in the collection? Should I look up? And someone we'd mentioned like, oh, what about like a straight razor, like for shaving? And I was like, yes, instantly. Gangs in New York. Dan, Stan, these two, we'll talk about those in a sec. But it's got a kind of a plastic handle, like that wood grain kind of a look, the stamp on both sides, a thick crowned spine, and then look from this edge right here, it is just, boom, look at that. Hollow grind cut into just a thin, slicey spot. It has some pits and some issues we'll try to clean up. I'm not going to go too crazy on it, but I think we'll be able to clean most of that off. And then if you look at the actual sharpened edge, there aren't really any chips or big nicks or anything in it. So we should be able to sharpen this up, at least shave some arm hair with it. A different breed of sharpening for those guys. What's up, Justin? Titanium Justin in the house. Go check out his channel. Gangs in New York style, right? Robo Steve, you ever shave with one of these bad boys? Ooh, Mr. Eddie's in the house. Custom knife maker, Mr. Eddie. If you're looking for something crazy like this, hit him up. Check this bad boy out. I love this knife. I love it. It's huge. The moon crater facets on the blade just make me happy. Thank you to Mr. Eddie for allowing me to purchase one of your fine knives. Yes, indeed. But this is some fun stuff. I will be getting some more of these straight razors in the future. I got it on eBay used. I think it was all of maybe 20 bucks or something like that. Anybody knows any information about them or if has any brands or styles that they could recommend, I'm interested in kind of checking it out. So Dan was asking about the purple and red knives on the right. That's these two right here. My matching set. This is the CJRB Lago. Flipper tabs. Button locks. Wow, I do it the same both. All right, let's get back in sync here. Oh, it's I got them in the wrong hand. There it is. That's what's up. Thumbs easy. Flicks out great. Nice, solid looking blade. So I did a swap on these. You can check the video out from a couple days ago. I've had the purple one for a while, and it was actually a tan colored handle, and then we did a dye on the dye project probably 40 dyes ago and made it purple. And then what this was is it had a silver pivot and a silver blade. This silver pivot and this silver blade were on here. And I just recently picked up, the red one. The red one was all blacked out. Everything was black except for the button right there. Blade was black, pivot was black, all the hardware and everything black. And so what I did is I took them both apart. I took the silver pivots and the kind of brushed blade and put them on here. And then I put the black pivot and the black blade on here. What do we think? So Robo, are you asking how much were these, or how much is a Temu butt rub? Justin's already claimed the purple one. This one's mine. Honestly, the Lago is one of my favorite knives from CJRB. The action is great from any angle. Thumbing, flicking, button. It's just a great knife. It's a little bit bigger. Your hand fits in that little groove right there and just has a nice solid handle for holding on to. Plus the choke up, plus the pivots. The pivots. The jimpers, the good old jimperines right there. How could I neglect my jimps and call them something they are not? But it was a fun little simple custom swap. I think they both turned out really good. How much for them booty rubs? 20 bucks, 20 bucks. Wait, we can claim knives? We're claiming knives? Dude, my phone is blowing up right now. I need to put it on silent. What's going on? Give me a... Oh, boy. Yeah. Lanyard Man just sent me a clip for the UltiClip. But then one of my ice fishing groups just started busting. Whew. Yeah. When you get those group chats start going, it gets going. What's up, Louie? How are you doing today? Stacy Bolster Blades is in here. Stacy, I did some editing today. Got to send you some pictures. I'm kind of going back and forth between the two things we were talking about. But then I decided to mess around with that one pic that you sent me and kind of came up with some cool lines. I just want it to be so perfect. I really do. And I'm so indecisive. It's terrible. Landerman just posted the link there, the Vero Engineering product. That's the titanium clip. The expensive titanium clip. Okay. Back to here. Brown Sugar 69. What's happening? How are you this fine evening? Let's go back down here. Let's go through the rest of the stuff that I got on the table. Obviously, if you have not seen the Rough Rider, I can't even pick it up. I thought I turned that down. Oh. Got it. Yeah. The budget Rough Rider buoy with the crown stag handle. Look at this handle of gorgeous ridiculousness. So it is, 440 steel, but you're looking at a 10.5 or 10 3/4 inch blade. Just a beast of a knife. You're going to do great. I needed that. Louis says there's a bunch of straight razors on Amazon, like folders. I think the brand, blade, steel, geometry determines how good it is. Right. I was kind of like, I bet I could find some vintage ones. I don't even know how old this is, but it wasn't that expensive. But I will be expanding my searching for the straight razors in the future because I think it's kind of cool and I want to get a few more of them and kind of get into it. So I will definitely check out Amazon as well. But I think Rough Rider makes some cool stuff. Smoky Mountain Knife Works. Even this budget, big old steel. This is an absolute hog of a knife. And it's cool looking. So as far as just to have it in the collection, I have some cheapos that in the collection that I enjoy quite a bit. Anybody remember when I got this? Recognize this little worry stone? That's G10 and a piece of stag right there. I got this from Jin Designs. He was working at the Concept booth. He has a couple cool knives out. He was on Forged in Fire one of the seasons, but this is one of those little worry stone fidget kind of stones that he makes himself. Little G10 one side and the bone on the other side. Hanging out, I did a pocket check on him and kind of interviewed him at the Concept booth. If you'd like to watch that, I was using it because this wants to sit like that, and it was like, oh, if I prop it up for a little bit of style. But yeah, Jin Designs, I can't remember the name of the knife that he came out with recently from Concept. Very cool looking knives. Check them out. Check them out. I got this nail nick opener. It's a Rough Rider bone handle. Out of focus. There we go. Got your Rough Rider pin. Says Rough Rider on the end there. China. 440. It's basically like a pry bar. You know, if someone could say you could use this as like your basic little pry bar, screwdriver, tool, something that you could get in and pry something open without using the tip of your knife. That's pretty solid. But these were made for like the shop traders and stuff back in the day for using on knives with nail nick on it like that. So you would actually go in there with it like that and use it to open it. I don't know if it's as the traders back in the day, they would be opening and showing their knives all the time, and so they were carrying these. Does anyone know anything about it? I just saw it. It was in their thing, and I'm like, well, that looks like a cool pry bar. But then I started looking into it more, and it's like, no, that it's a nail nick. You're supposed to put it in there and use it for opening up your lockbacks and your slip joints. What's everybody think about that? Anybody have any of these? It was cheap too. But tell me that's not a nice little pry bar. If nothing else. Little flathead screwdriver. I am doing the pry bar challenge. Let me get it out of my pocket here. I don't remember how many days we're on right now. I got the Alt Pry from Arcform. Arcform's going out of business. They had a big sale. This is a titanium pry bar with a nice clip on it. So in life, how often do you need a pry bar? They say you can use this for opening boxes and stuff, but I'm not allowing that to be part of this challenge. Which one are you talking about, Dan Stan? This one, there's a pry bar challenge. Fook, I will explain. This one, Dan Stan, this is also a Rough Rider. So this is from Smoky Mountain Knife Works. Pretty much that's their kind of budget, slip joint, lockback, kind of outdoorsy knife budget company over at Smoky Mountain Knife Works. But yeah, this is just a Rough Rider nail nick opener or something like that. I think it was like $6. Actual bone. Brian Dixon says he uses mine a couple times a month. So there's definitely times where I'm opening boxes, I'll grab my knife. I could easily just grab this and open it. But that kind of defeats the challenge purpose, because then I could purposely find a reason to use it, or I can just naturally allow that reason to present itself to me in a natural way. And so what I've done is I'm counting down. I've got it in this side pouch right here. And I am going to use this when it needs to be used. And if I'm like, oh, well, I'm opening this box, I can use this. That does not count, because I already carry knives. I'm already holding a knife. I need to open a box. I don't need the pry bar because I already am 100% carrying a knife. So not necessary. So what it is now we're on like day 20 something or whatever. But if I make it to 365 days and I never had to use it, then do I still need to carry it? Is the question. So it needs to be something where someone's going to be, and I'm just going to be like, bing. They're going to be like, oh, I got this staple stuck in this thing, or I got these 2 pieces of wood and they're stuck like this. I took the screw out, but the screw broke off and we need to pry them apart. Or I need to get this pried away from that. Some type of a situation must occur where I am in earshot and this tool becomes required. Anybody want to place some bets on what day? You know, will it be day 47? Will it be day 286? The world may never know. Sometimes my pocket pie bar gets used multiple times a day. Other times I'll go weeks without it. Depends on what I'm doing. And Fook, because I made this challenge, it kind of changed it up. Because if I didn't make the challenge, then tomorrow when I go to open a box, I'll just use it just to try it out, just to test it. I feel like that, since now I've kind of created this for myself, it's become an interesting scenario, if you will. Dan Stance is trying to find a good pry on one on Amazon, but I can't afford it right now. Well, you know, this might be an alternative. You can go on there and pick up one of these for like $6. I mean, then you throw on the shipping. If you bought just this, it'd probably be like $4. So now you're looking at less than a $10 item that can just disappear like that. Not a bad option though, because honestly, it feels good in that hand, and it is a nice thin. If I want a pry bar, I would want it more like this. I have this titanium pry bar right here. Look at the thickness on the end of that. I mean, that's solid, but for prying, getting in between something, now all of a sudden that might not be thin enough for you to get in there to actually pry it apart. A little bit heavier duty. It's got the bottle opener as well. This is the one that I did the the anodizing rainbow to it, so you can see basically as we went up the spectrum, I slowly removed it from the liquid so you can see all the colors that are possible when you anodize titanium. So the bronze is the first, the lowest spectrum, then it goes into this kind of blue silver to silver, kind of yellow to gold, magenta to a more of a darker blue, and then it fades to a teal to a green. So these are the only actual colors that you can get when you anodize titanium. You can get them shinier than that, but I've had this for a while, so I've held it and fingered it up and made it a little bit dull, so the colors are a little bit lighter, but you can still kind of get an idea of what you're looking at in the range of color possibility. If you see something and it's anodized red, that means it's not titanium, it's aluminum. Aluminum, you can anodize a lot of different colors. This is aluminum right here. The XO, what's this one called? XOU. This is Mikey Trails. Sent me these Riots to mess around with for a couple of weeks. I'll be sending them back pretty soon. But so this one is anodized aluminum. And so you could get an anodized aluminum in a really nice red. I've got at least one knife that's like that. Yeah, right here. The Sencut Serene is what this one is, right? This is a great knife. Flipper tab. Action is sick on this thing right here. But yeah, so this is also, excuse me. This is also anodized aluminum. I don't know the process for anodizing aluminum. I know it's completely different than the process for titanium. I have access to really good titanium anodizing equipment, but we do not anodize aluminum, so I am quite a novice. In fact, never have done it. How does titanium anodizing work? Do you have a video on that? I do, Alex. If you go to my channel and just type in anodizing, I have several, and so a lot of them show the process. Some of them I explained a little bit more, like the actual video. I have an actual video of this being done. in real time. And it took all of 30 seconds to a minute from when it started to when it was completely out and done. But the way it works is you basically have a container, and you have the positive connection on a plate in the liquid on the side of the dish. And then you have a tweezers that has a wire to it that has the negative. So you have a positive and negative. One of them goes into the liquid, the other one is in the tweezers. The tweezers you pick up and hold the part, and then you hold it under the water. Then when you turn the voltage on, the voltage starts circulating through the liquid, through the part, and then starts to anodize. Each color is a different voltage in the spectrum. So if you set, like on my machines, well, the machines I have access to, you can set it. So if you want gold is at a specific voltage. And so you can set it at that voltage, and you can have it slowly ramp up to it, or you can have it shoot to it right away if you just want to get to it and hit it. Sometimes if you're looking for something specific, you can have it ramp up slow. So as it goes up, then you can watch and then remove it at exactly the shade that you're looking for. But you can kind of set that voltage to where you want it to go, so it'll kind of stop where you're looking for, or you can kind of tweak it a little bit here and there. But so the lowest voltage is here, the highest voltage is here. You can do things like two-tone, where you can play around with that. I did give away one of these, but this one's still set up for maybe like the next one. So this one, I've got it in the bag because it's still all shiny and new. So I anodized it the first time up to the voltage of this purple kind of pink magenta color. Then I sanded the top back to the normal titanium color. Then I started anodizing it again. But as long as you don't go past purple, purple will remain purple. So all the bare titanium starts working its way up through the colors, and then when it got to gold, we took it out and we stopped. Now, if we would have just kept going, it would eventually get to purple, the whole thing would be purple, and we keep going, it'd go to blue, then to green, and then the whole thing would be the same color again. But if you did the first one, like the other one I gave away, was green and gold. So we brought that one all the way to green, we sanded off the top, then we brought the other one up to the gold, and then stopped. So you can play around with stuff like that. I might do a few things similar to that with Stacy's, including some laser removal. If you look up, I did MPG's, I could look it up. Let's see, let's push my CPU to its limits for a second here. 100. Tell me if we start dropping frames. I haven't dropped any frames yet. That's a good sign. That other day we dropped like 1,000 by now. But when I open up my channel, I bet you it's gonna start getting pissed. That's my issue with my computer. My CPU is just overloaded. MPG. How much voltage for unobtainium? We can't talk about that. What's up, Laid Off Pete? How are you today? We're talking anodizing. Oh, there we go. Oh, that's not coming up. This might work. I haven't dropped any frames yet. Trying to find a fun one. The two color. So we already did the first stage. Look at how fast it just whipped through all those colors. Did you see that? Here, I'll right there's where it starts ripping through them. Zhoosh. So we had it dialed up pretty fast. So I just shot through them because we were aiming specifically for that shade. Oh, this one would be fun. So this is another tweezers. I actually gave this one.
All right, Kenman here. And
Did I give this one to you, Mr. Eddie? Okay, so you can see the colors as they're starting to change, and as it's changing, I'm slowly taking it out, and so now it's gone to the gold. Now it's to the purple. Now it's to the blue. As you know, boom. So if you set it slow, you can really kind of pay attention to when that change happens. I have two good ones. There we go. So this is the one where I went nuts. So that's the design that I made. So this video, I go through the whole thing. I explain the whole process. Of course, here's where we're going to start freezing up. So when I got them from MPG, you can see these little pocket clip spots and things. So see how dirty they are. And so what I had to do is go in. I also have sandblasting machines. So I went in and sandblasted these up. So it changed it from that kind of a surface right there to this surface here. So we got a nice smooth, even surface. So then when you do the anodizing, you have it even. If it's not even, whatever shade it is when you start, that will show through. So you won't have a smooth color if you don't blast it. So here we are sending off to for the first color. So we've got it kind of slow ramping up at this particular time because we want to really pay attention to the shade and get it right in the color that we're shooting for. Can't believe my computer's not overloaded. Mithril? I haven't done mithril yet. So I had to go, because we're doing two tones of the blue, so I had to do the one shade first. And so you got to make sure that you do it right, so that your second shade is still attainable. So this is what it looked like after the first anodizing pass. Now I've designed this pattern right here. And in order to do any laser mark, you have to draw it physically. So then now if you look at the rectangle, that is where I'm cutting out said pattern into that sunburst kind of a design. So here we are, fix that the rest of the way, and then I hatched the sections. So the dark section is where the laser mark's going to happen. Now we have the back side, and I'm doing a test on the back side of the mark so that we can see what the actual laser mark is doing. You want to be careful that you're not burning it. Each time you do a different material, you might have to change your setting. So we've set this up for an anodizing removal. So it's a titanium laser mark setting where all it's doing now is it's just going to remove. It's not actually going to laser mark the part. It's just going to remove the anodize that is already there. Or it's going to freeze. There we go. So you can see as that laser works up that it's basically just stripping away. So it went through and made some passes for the lines, and now it's going through and doing the hatch. And of course, this is my computer freezing up, getting really mad, doesn't like this video. We're forcing it. And if I skip forward just a little bit, there you saw it pass around, do the initial outline, and then it's going to go up. Basically do all these. I kind of set it differently, so this one side did it all at once, the other side did one, just to see if one way goes faster than the other. It's kind of cool because we get to these last few right here and watch. I don't know why I hatched this part different here. It shoots up each one individually, but it's pretty fun to watch, so it's worth it. All right, so now we have removed. Who knew we were doing an anodizing lesson today? Anybody having fun? So now what we have is a really gorgeous piece. You know, half of it's raw titanium and then the other half is that blue. And so you could call it a day, leave it at this, but watch this. All right. So I can pause it and be like, oh, do we want this color? Nah, let's keep going. How about this color? Nah, let's keep going. MPG wanted blue and light blue. Tell me that does not look ridiculous. Here we go. Although, right there, right there, bro, right there. Whoops. Where's my screen grab? Hello. I almost think, I don't know, the blue and blue is cool. And there's your finished product. Nice and dry, shiny, crazy looking. I wasn't able to put it together. MPG just sent me the scales. So I did the scales and that was that. Super fun project though. I was really happy to do it. I'm going to be doing something similar with Stacy's Clydesdale very soon. We're 8 more months and we'll have the design. No, Stacy, that's a lie. Oh, laid off. Looks amazing. Just take time and tons of practice, and just yeah, the blue and gold was hot. It's just dialing it in, because each one, because then when we do the next one, we'll have to do some tests again. Even if it's titanium again, sometimes it'll be a different grade titanium or just a slightly different composition. Or when you do the anodize, if it's sometimes the anodize color removal is a little different, like if it was green versus if it was gold or something like that. So it's always kind of one of those things that takes just, you got to just test. If you're doing the same knife, if you had a knife company, it was like, all right, we have these drop bears and I just do these drop bears or whatever, or these pyrite. Once you dial in the setting, you just throw another pyrite in there, throw another pyrite in there, and you know the setting, you know what's up. So it makes it easier. Hopefully shipping to you this weekend, says Laid Off Pete. Shipping to me? Or a fade. Yeah, I've done some fades. You saw that one fade. Giving my computer a little break here. The fade I did on the one was really cool. That took a little, and I scratched one and I ended up redoing it, but then the fade the second time around was like way better. So it was like the scratch ended up making it worth it, because it made me not like the scratch and want to clean it off and do over. Very fun. Okay, so where were we? Oh, we were talking about pry bars and how many days, if anyone wants to make some guesses. I need to make a post or something, or maybe do an update, so it's easier to kind of keep track of that. But I have a feeling I will have a need for it at some point. It just hasn't happened yet. So the winter is coming. Rough Rider, this is called the White Walker from the Winter Bone series. So this is another Rough Rider. Got your 440 stainless, but it does have a hollow grind on there with a weird looking Warncliffe, right? And then it's a lockback, but it has a half stop. So it's got a half stop like a slip joint. But yeah, Rough Rider has, I believe, 3 different knives in their Winter Bone series. This one is called the White Walker. So that is a bone handle. You have the nickel silver bolster and the 440 stainless with that cool Wharncliffe. It is a solid, pretty solid blade. Fun feel on it. You got the match strike surface on the poles for starting a fire. Not too expensive. If you're looking to, I bought my Rough Rider pack. I bought this. I got the nail opener device. I got the really cool Bowie. And then I picked up 3 more of these. And this one is empty. Where are you? What would you do for a Klondike bar? I don't know where it is. I have too many things in too many places on too many worlds for me to know. It's like these. So I gave the Wonder Robo already. What's up, Mick? Mick Ranger. So these are some shipwrecks. I don't know where that one is, but here's another one. So this is what they look like before. And then here's some potential afters. I haven't done a shipwreck in a few weeks. I need to get back on it. I need to do one tonight. These are really fun. Extra salt on this one. Soy sauce on that one. What's up, Ron Dobbins? But yeah, 3 more of them to do some stuff, and then I'll be giving some of those away and some upcoming giveaways and stuff, or if anyone's interested in one. These knives are like $7. Yes, it's 440 brass, but if you're looking to experiment, want to test out some shipwreck techniques, not a bad little deal. The more shipwrecked one, this one right here. This was my first test. The one that Robo took is actually kind of in between the two. It looks just like this, but with a lot more of the blue in some spots. Very fun stuff. Very fun stuff. Oh, here it is right here. Did I put that other one? Or wait. Or is this that one? My God. I have issues. There's 1, there's 2, there's 3. Yep, I got them all. We're good. We're so good. Anybody see this one? What is this called again? Griffin X? This is another one on loan from Lanyard Man. Another lefty, Magna Cut, titanium, shredded carbon fiber, flick out action, full on lefty custom bolster. The front flipper on this thing is sick. I mean, it's just so high up there. Boom. And I missed one. The Griffin X. What do you know about that? Yes, it is, Dan Stan. Not mine to keep. Lanyard Man is also a lefty, and so when he buys really cool lefty versions, lucky for me, he'll send them to me so I can check them out for a day before I send them to him. This one's got a hollow grind on there that is just wicked, dude. Just so wicked. And this tip, out of control. Feels really nice. He was like, oh, he's probably underwhelmed because the last one he sent before this was that Kunmu S-Tau 2, which was DLC coated head to toe with the titanium. Oh, dude, that thing was sick. But man, this one's awesome as well. Kenman, did you read my message above? Hey, Mick. American Blade Works is dropping more of their MagnaCut TI milled handle USA made slip joints tomorrow night, 159. Damn you. I will check it out. I will check it out. That's right in that price range where I'm trying to avoid right now. Because I have 3 or 4 of them in there that I want, and I'm just trying to be like patient, not spend too much. But I appreciate that. I will check that out tomorrow night. Damn. Damn. Boom. Right? Great action on that thing. Okay, next. The only 2 on the table we haven't touched yet. My new Kaisers. The Shot. Boom. This is a gentleman's carry dress knife. You got some dress pants on, and you just want to have a small, yet slicey, really cool knife. Had to tell my friends, excellent value for the money. No doubt, laid off Pete. There are Asher Spiral Warncliffs that are available right now. I know they're available, Ron. I appreciate it, Ron. I know. I want one. I'm trying to... It's right in that same price range I'm talking about right now that I could go buy 2 of them, but I'm trying to... I've been spending a lot of money lately on presents and some stuff for myself. I did actually order something that we'll talk about in a little bit if I remember, squirrel. But I'm trying to budget, and I did just buy a $110 knife. Well, actually, it's a $120 knife, but I got a discount, so it ended up being about $100. Comment below if you can guess what the $100 new knife that I just bought was. I'll give you a hint. It falls under a category that is not as common, not as owned, or barely, if any. So yeah, this is the Kaiser Hawk, really nice 154 cm aluminum with this brushed kind of surface. Kind of looks green with some lines going through it. A few more lines on this side. I wish there was more. See how like right there's these really little black streaks? I wish there was more of those black streaks kind of going through there, like they hit it a little harder. I wouldn't have minded that at all. Drops real nice. That front flipper works really good. Thumbs out, flicks out really, really excellent. Thin, slim profile. It's light. Jeez. It's light, so it sits nice in a dress pant pocket or something like that. Jesus. Very snappy when it does work. And a pointy little sharp tip. All right. And then we have my new favorite, the Hawk. It's got the Snap Echo technology on the lock, which means it's a detent post instead of a detent ball. So what does that mean? Well, a post, a ball would be like a round ball. It rolls through that and then pops into position. A post has squared corners. So when it pops in, it's like click, click. There's 2. Right? So then when you open it, you get that extra little tactile sound. The drop is fantastic. Apparently Asher will be dropping TI drop points in what? Very soon. I like the warnies. For sure. Autocorrect is killing me today. Yeah, I was messaging with my Secret Santa and the correct, and then it would just send a message I wasn't finished with. Oh, it was frustrating. Aries Custom. Someone ordered an Aries Custom. I would like to get an Aries Custom. That one that he had, the black and red one, I don't know if it's still available on his Etsy page, but he had it down on sale for like $275. It's a great knife, great price, but it's expensive. Well, it sounded like it was kind of squeaky because I was opening it really slow. it's a tink. And if I go really slow, yeah, Kathleen, life is a struggle sometimes for sure, but you got to just keep pressing forward, stay positive, right? Keep the good spirits up. But yeah, I'm loving the Hawk. Very cool. We have my first, for my personal owning of a DLC coated blade. This is M390 with that polished DLC coating. And then the titanium with that really nice micro milling. I think it looks cool. Drops really nice. Just feels good in the hand. All the action is nice. I enjoy it. Plan to use it, plan to hold it, carry it, have some fun. It did, I wasn't doing it the last time I did it, but that first couple times it kind of had this kind of squeaky sound for sure. Oh, yeah. So I need to buy... I need to do some more research on some under $100 knives for future purchases, for future things. I did get this one recently. Anybody checked out the CJRB Acacia? If you're looking for a crossbar style lock for 30 bucks with good action, CJRB is killing it right now. I would recommend this one over the Pyrite Light. The Pyrite Light has bit my hand a few times with the blade being a little longer than the standard Pyrite. This one though, if you're looking for a nice crossbar lock that's got good action on it, flicks out really nice. Good feel, bug out killer all day. Got that choke up spot. AR RPM 9, 30 bucks. Did they send that to me for, or the, oh, Kaiser? They sent both of these to me. So I've been fortunate in the Kaiser world. I don't reach out to companies. I have messaged a few companies about stuff, but not in a send me free stuff type of a way. But I don't really reach out to the companies. Kaiser actually contacted me first, but I think it was, I bought like 20 plus Kaisers. And they noticed. They're like, man, this guy just keeps buying more of our knives. But yeah, they got a hold of me, and then they sent me this drop bear, which was very cool. And that was the beginning of our relationship. You're like, you know what? We like that you're promoting our knives. We like that you enjoy them. Let us send you something. And then they sent me this drop bear. I love the drop bear. The action on the drop bear is about as smooth and every time I say smooth and effortless, we start having stupid issues. But yeah, they sent me that one, started our relationship. We've been doing some talks. They sent me a few others, including these two right here, which is awesome. I mean, especially this one. I mean, come on, that is great. The Militas, I bought the new full-size Milita with the 154 cm. So I paid for this one, but they sent me the matching mini. So, I mean, tell me those aren't cool. But the mini Milita is a great knife. I recommend the regular Milita and the mini. And they did send me the S35 VN Premium fixed blade Milita. Tell me that's not sick. What's up, Blind View Fury? How are you today? Sebald? Little late, but greetings. Wow, it's almost 7:30 already. Wow. Almost got that CJRB today. It's not a bad knife for 30 bucks. I would say go for it. If you are interested in it, it is nice. What is the blue knife under the buoy? Said Bryant. This is my newest to my collection. This is the Latama Yuki. Latama Yuki. I'll show you on the back of the blade right there. Latama Victorium. And then the model is the Yuki, Y-U-U-K-I. We have CPM 20 CV on the blade steel with a really cool hollow grind with this nutty secondary. And then titanium handle, anodized blue with a nice titanium backspacer and clip. This was my Secret Santa gift. I'm noticing that the button, we're getting some button stick. I think it's probably going to work in because here we are. See now, no stick at all. Nice ting. But something about the button, I don't know if it just needs to break in some more. But yeah, what a gift. I was beside myself. I opened it up. I was like, no way. This is not a $40 Secret Santa gift. But that was my $40 Secret Santa gift. Sometimes you get lucky, you hit the lottery. Alex, you've been eyeing that CJRB version, this thing right here. This one's nice. I mean, it's a good knife. If you're looking for a crossbar, this would be a nice option. 30 bucks. That texture on the handle looks cool. Not bad at all. If you're looking for a button lock similar, I would get yourself a Pyrite. This is the Pyrite Alt. I love the Pyrite. It's a fantastic knife. There is a Pyrite Light, but the Pyrite Light has a longer blade. I'm not a fan of it. All the other Pyrites, all the buoy Pyrites, the large Pyrites, every one of them, but the Pyrite Light, I'm just not a fan as much as the regular Pyrites. These are great. And if we're sitting there looking at CJRBs, the Lago was on sale recently. I don't know if it is still on sale, but I picked up a second one. I have 2 Lagos right here. Oh, you've been looking at the CJRB version. The version is the name of the knife. I have not had that. I do not have one of those. CJRB makes some great stuff though. But here, this the Lago. Flicks out good, thumbs out, no problem. Button lock. A little bit bigger than like the Pyrite. But not super beastly. Alex is looking for a nice smaller knife. Smaller knife. Mini Milita. All day. Kaiser Mini Milita. It's just like the full-size Milita. You have a front flipper. Flicks out really nice. Cool design. A lot of different varieties. The budget, most inexpensive ones are around 50 bucks. And the you've got premium ones that are getting up to close to 200, depending on the blade steel that you want. But I can definitely recommend this as a smaller knife. What was another smaller knife I got recently that I could definitely say go for it? How much smaller are you talking though when you say smaller knife? If you want to get a little bit smaller yet, this is one of my favorites, Civivi Baby Banter with the Wharncliffe. This is a small knife, so it does have that choke up spot, so grabbing right here, but when you choke up, you almost get a full grip. I have big hands, and that's pretty darn near full grip in there. That Wharncliffe blade feels nice. You want to get in there and do some work. It's fun, it's smaller, but it still has some fun action. Flicks out easy. I like it. And it's small. This is definitely a smaller size knife though. So it just depends when you say something smaller, how small do you really want to go? The Baby Banter is nice. Mini Pyrite. I got a mini pyrite. I carry the mini pyrite on a pretty regular basis. I'm always carrying at least 2 knives. One of them will be a mini and another one will be more of a full size. But it varies day to day. But I do like the mini pyrite. It is a nice win. I did the laser mark on this one. Kind of a subtle, out of focus. Yep, there it is. Kind of a S, kind of swirl pattern on there. Mini pyrite, same kind of thing. You got that choke up spot. I do lose a finger on the back of there, but it still is a nice size for that 5th pocket carry. It's amazing, to be honest. Vosteed Mini Acorn. I don't have one of those. I have some similar. What was the one? Someone else was saying this one's kind of like the Acorn. The X2. Can't remember what this was called. Seed, I think that's what this is. This is the X2 Seed. There's how you spell it. X2.
Blind Woo Fury subscribes to the channel.
Alright, hold on a second. Did anybody hear echo on that? Okay, so it was a little quiet, but there was no echo. I'm learning my stuff. I can actually hear the alerts now versus only seeing the alerts. So we're testing some things out. I figured something. I learned it. I figured it. I found it as something out. The Acorn is a hair smaller than the Seed. The X2 Seed. This you can get for like 20 bucks. It's D2. Flicks out just fine. Got a nice feel. Thumbs out, no worries. Micarta handle. Clip can be swapped to the other side. Has the regular grip plus the little choke up spot, which then leaves plenty of butt in the hand. Nice little user. Budget knife. No echo. Yes! It was a far away sound. I noticed that, Sabal. It's because I had the volume on that turned down. So I think if I turn that up, we're learning. We're getting somewhere. Unreal. How about that? Thank you for subscribing, though, Blind Woo Fury. Welcome to the party. Always a good time. Well, I always have a good time. Something like that. I was worried today. I got a message that they were working on my internet, and my internet was going to be spotty and out for a little while, and then they would message me later in the day when it came back. So I got the message that it was about to go out. I got home, it was like 4 o'clock, 4:30, 5. Haven't gotten the message. I turned my computer on, still no internet. I was like, man, I'm going to have to do a vertical live tonight, and then I'm going to get hell from everyone. They'll be like, what? You don't even do your regular lives now? You just go straight to a vertical live. Like, no. I got to do my regular lives on Thursday nights. I've been throwing those vertical lives in for fun on almost a daily basis. But I do interact with a lot of people, and I've been enjoying it. I hope others have as well. Trying to do some projects and stuff on there. I do have a project we're going to do today. I should start clearing off this space, and we can maybe do it. Who has a Bowie knife? I want to find some more Bowie knives. Is it Bowie or Bowie? It's so funny. I was saying Bowie knife, and then when I got one in the mail, all of a sudden I started saying Bowie without even trying, and now I can't not say Bowie. And I don't know what I feel about it. Is it Bow-E or Boo-E? You be the judge. Ron and Laid Off Pete have similar taste. A lot of us have similar taste in here. It's amazing how many people like the Rambo knife. The old Flissa. I need to get another Rambo knife too. Someone's like, oh, it's not a Rambo knife unless it has all that stuff in the butt stock, you know, the matches and the rope and stuff. It's like, yeah, not all the Rambo knives have that either though, do they? Anybody have gravity knives? I said Bowie, but it's supposed to be Bowie. Is it supposed to be Bowie? LMAX. CPM 3V, I think. If I remember. Yep. These things are fun. Very fun. Thanks, Mikey Trails. Haven't seen him in here tonight. But that's fine. I get it. I don't expect everyone to show up every week. Huh. To think I spent about $48 on my combo of gifts for my Secret Santa. And someone gave me this $200 knife. I don't know. Sometimes the blessings hit. See, now it's working like perfect. It's gonna just keep doing it until the blades, the button sticks. And there it went. Listening and lurking and listening while sharpening, says Aries. What's up, Aries EDC? I was talking about about your knives recently. I'd love to buy one. I will buy one at some point. Let me continue to budget. I need to buy my computer. I need to buy a new computer, and I'm going to Blade Show Texas in the first weekend of March. If you are going to Blade Show Texas, we are meeting up. I'd love to hang out with some of you. Have a good time. I'm going to film a bunch there. If you haven't seen, I went to Blade Show Texas last year. Go check out my footage. It's great. I do pocket checks on TC and Ben and Melissa and all the fun people that are there. Had a great time, and I can't wait to go again. I wanted to go to the other Blade shows, but money, when you're in Minnesota and you want to go to a Blade show, you're spending over $1,000+ just to get there and be able to have a hotel and all that stuff, and you haven't even bought knives yet. Versus if they did a Blade show in Minnesota, I could drive down there and then buy $1,000 worth of knives, you know. But last year, Blade Show Texas, the hotel I got was a few blocks away, so I didn't have to rent a car, and that ended up being $200 a night, 3 nights, you know, after all of it. And then the buying the food at the restaurant there and stuff, you know, it's over $1,000. Then you got your plane flights. The flights were like $500-600, so I ended up driving. Driving cost me about $300 and some in gas. So we were pushing, you know, I don't know, you get up to almost a couple $1,000, and you haven't bought any knives. You know, that's just not great. And so it's going to cost some money for me to do it, to go, but I'm going. I'm be at Texas. If you are going to Texas, please contact me. Let me know. We can make a plan, get together, maybe go out for a meal during or after, before, or both, or whatever. Run around at the show. Hijinks can ensue. I can't thumb this one, which is weird. There it went. But the flick is effortless, and the front flipper on this one is so far up that it's just plop, plop goes the wheeze. Okay, we are about to do some stuff. My first straight razor for the channel, right? Paul Mills. I'm not sure what that means. Laid off Pete, you got a carpool with T.I. Justin in Iowa. Yep, if they go. There is no Twin Cities Blade Show. There was a Twin Cities knife show. What was it? The Midwest Knife Makers Guild show that Iowa came up and went with me. But there is no blade show in Minnesota. I got a straight razor and I'm gonna get some more. These are cool. Anyone has any info on some cool straight razors to check out, please let me know. I am interested. Crazy Roach is in here? What is up, Crazy? My guy. Let's order some shirts, huh? I'm actually ready. Laid off Pete, I know you wanted one too. I need to get sizes from everybody. I'll order them, but I need to make sure I get the appropriate sizes for the folks that do want them. And they're gonna be like maybe 20 bucks. Something like that. Knives Fast. It was a blade show in Minneapolis. I would not go. Well, then I would not carry this when I go to that blade show. Anybody familiar with this beast right here? This gorgeous looking knife? Apparently, the Knives Fast guy in the chat had something to do with it. This is the new Tempest Microjet. Been out for a little while now. I don't know, Casey, do you have any of these left, or are they pretty much all gone? Yeah, I know you just had a few of them left. The one I got is titanium everything, and then 154 cm on the blade. I am going to do an anodizing dual tone. Like I'm going to try to do all the hardware one color and then the scales another color. Flipper tab works really nice on this thing. Flicks out great. Only Minneapolis. I would... Well, you know, you were trying to get to Yellowstone and you had to stay in Minneapolis. I get it. Was it in the middle of the winter? Because it was, when I got in my car this morning, it said 8 below. And when I got home today after work, it was still 2 below. So it gets pretty cold. But we're going to be doing some ice fishing. Ice is being made. The world is making ice. I'm going to go stand on it, catch some fish pretty soon. Knives Fast, so he got stuck in Minneapolis on their way to Yellowstone once upon a time, and so he does not have fond memories. But man, if there was a blade show up here, oh, tell you what. Alright, well,
Alright, Kenman here. Today we have a very special unboxing. What is it? Will we know?
let's find out. Wait, why did that feel... Felt like I was cutting something not to be cutted. Sure. Oh, invoice. Piece of paper. Oh! Before we do that, that one gets crazy. show off those tops. People were asking what have I made on my lathe. Whoa. Come on. Spin a top on camera here, Kenman. Coming around. On your left. Tops B. Tops are fun. I make a ton of stuff on the lathe. That was just one of the things I do with the spare little small pieces. All right, we're back. We are back. Kenman letting us spin. Wind chill brings it to a hot and boiling a -4. Yeah. Dude, the wind chill, I think earlier this morning it was like 8 below with a real feel of like -26. Four releases tomorrow on TPK. Ugh. So many good knives, so many good releases. I need more money. I need more money in my life. Okay. What's in this bag? Anybody have any guesses? Is there multiple? Oh, it's just the one. We got another UltiClip. We got another UltiClip. Did I used to collect yo-yos? Laid off Pete, I did not collect yo-yos, but I have some yo-yos. I have a couple. I have a Duncan butterfly. I have a Duncan, like, what is it, a classic or whatever. I've got one that has like a bearing thing in it, so when you throw it down really fast, the balls go out and it spins for longer and then it catches. Not really a fan of that one. Where are you at? Canada? Almost Canada. Minnesota. I'm on the edge. Well, actually, I'm hours from the edge, but Minnesota. Neil McKenzie can't stay. What's going on, Neil? Good to see you. Thanks for stopping by for another minute or two. Dan Stan's the one up in the Duluth area. We were talking about that the other day, Dan. It gets miserable cold. It gets miserable cold. Okay, let's do before and after test and show and tell and all the goodies. Is that how this is going to work? Okay. Learn to push your buttons. Okay. So, my first UltiClip right here. So I put an UltiClip on my fixed blade Milita. So the way the UltiClip works is you pop that open and there's a little groove right here. UltiClip, actually, they commented on my post on the video. They said it was cool that I was using it and they liked the video, and then they said that when it's sometimes it's stiff, you can put a little oil in there, but after a while it kind of breaks in. But I did notice the first few times opening and closing it, it's definitely solid. Like right now, that's stuck in there pretty good. Geez, I can't even get it at this angle. There we go. You got to be at the right angle to pop it open, but that helps hold it secure. So what I'm going to do is you can take that, go into your pocket here, slide that down over the seam. Am I in focus here? I'm not. Why not? There you go. There you go. All right. Sorry, the lighting is not ideal. Maybe I'll turn this on for a second. Wow, that is really bright. Okay, so you can see now it's in the pocket, and then you slap that down, and look at how thin that is against that edge. It's just barely anything there. If I covered that up, you wouldn't even know it's there. But if you want to have a fixed blade, boom, out it goes. Might actually look better like that. But this full-size fixed blade, now I can just go boom, clip it in there, and it doesn't stick out. It sits in that pocket nice. So if you're looking to carry it on your belt or on your back or scout carry or however you like to do it, there's different ways. But if you want to just put it in that pocket and have it be a slim, thin set, boom, that it's just easy out. It drops right in there and it just takes up almost no space. Very, very slim. So then you pop that clip and then you can take it off. Let's move back down here. And that's it. So that is one that has been installed. Today I'm going to take my Kubi Quaken and do the same. So if you look at the size difference, look at that clip versus this big clip and how wide this is, half the thickness, very thin right here versus just a big beefy kind of a chunk. Now what I was doing is, because I have these TD McQuaid pants. If you're interested, check them out. TD McQuaid, if you go to Tactical Distributors. But you've got a main pocket here. You have another pocket here. So I'll show you, I'll take a knife. So I can put this knife in this pocket right here. And then you still have this pocket. I can put my wallet or something in there. And the knife is completely separated. And so you don't have any of that potential scratching up against itself. So you got the one pocket for your main keys or whatever, your wallet. Got a spot for your knife. Then you have a little secondary side pocket right here. I've got my titanium pen that I got, the CRKT pen I got from Slicey. So I got that one in that pocket there, and that is not my back pocket. This is the back pocket. And then this little side pocket. So then the other side, you have the main pocket, so I could put my phone in my main pocket like that. I could put a knife in this little side pouch right there. Then I could take another knife and go in the fifth pocket right there. And I've got my phone in here, and it's not touching any, it's not getting bumped against, it's not getting scratched up. Everything's kind of isolated. Then you have the secondary pocket right here that I have my Arcform pry bar, day 20, whatever, unused. How many more days will we carry it? Comment below. And then the main back pocket right there. So you have those options. But I love these little pockets here. So this one has the belt clip. Quick release. So I can click that. You can clip that on your belt like that. Or you can take it off, change it from here to here to here to here, and then you could run it like across there or across the back on your belt. Lots of options. And this is large, but I can stick this in this pocket right here like that. And it sits in there, but it drops all the way down. So I go in to take this out. That's nice, but putting her back in there, it's riding down in my pocket. So you actually kind of push it up to find the thing, and then it goes in. But it does work. It is slim, but that thing does take up some more space. So if you are using it on your belt, it's going to work just fine for you. But if you want to go in the pocket like I like to do, Kenman, do you ever use EDC pouches? Not so much. The one I have right now is almost empty. Here's one. Oop. So I've got a nice little old school USA little mini wrench. This will get up to like a 1/2 inch, so generally big enough for any bolt that you may not use. I got the standard Swiss Army knife that I usually keep right in there. I keep this in my car. I got the Swiss Army knife that has the Phillips head on it. Extra little pen for the emergency writing. Got this little shard with a hair tie, nail puller, bottle opener, Phillips head screwdriver, pry bar, extra number 6 and number 8 Torx. But then I also have this one in here. It's got a little spin on the back, and then I got a little baggie with my standard Torx bits that I may or may not need. I usually keep another couple knives on here. There's one of them right here. This usually sits in the front. This is the Lander 1. I actually made the scales for this on my resin 3D printer. So that usually is in this front pouch like that. A couple other things I'll keep in there too, but I usually just leave it in my car, so it's kind of an emergency in the car kit. Are the Olight pens any good? Any of y'all have one? That was an Olight pen. It works great. Oh, that's another thing I keep in there. Oh, this fell out. This little Olight flashlight. It's about the size of a AA battery, and this thing is bright. This works good, so that usually sits in this middle one, if I can get it in there. Like that. And then this is an Olight pen. So this is the smaller Olight pen with this little... So it's short, but it writes good. I like it. It's aluminum. I have no issues with that pen. So I do kind of have at least one kit. I would consider a few more. Not something I usually would have on me, but I'd have it in a bag or something if I'm camping or if I'm out. It's not that easy to put back in your pocket with the Kubi. Yeah, it is not. But we're about to make it easy. We're about to make it go in. No problem at all. Laid off Pete had to exchange his Migron Moyarl. They glued the pivot. Even a heat gun for 3 to 4 minutes didn't break the seal. That sucks. Yeah, I bet you get the new one and it works totally fine. That was like one time I got my first Kaiser. Was it my first Kaiser? Maybe it was my second. But I got the Kaiser Bugatti, and it was like they didn't get the detemp ball in there right, and it just I couldn't flick it open. It was so tight. I just hated it. It wasn't fun. And they were like, "Oh, we'll send you a new one." They sent me a new one before I even sent the old one back. I just had to send the old one back within a month, or they would charge me. But they sent me a new one, and the new one was fantastic. So I have a Moyarl. I guess I've never actually... No, I've adjusted the pivot. So yeah, you'll probably be fine on the next one. Moyarl is a great knife. Stan's trying to set up a little kit right now. It's fun. They are fun. That's why I almost feel like I want to piece together another one, just because it's kind of enjoyable finding little things for the kit. That's kind of why I got more into the pry bars. I'm carrying the pry bar every day now. We'll see how long it is before I use it. What's going on, Fred the Lug? He showed it to me in person the other day. What did I show you in person or what did someone show you? Oh wait, UFO. Oh, there it is. Okay. So it was a clip. They're just having a discussion. I'm sorry I start reading chat and I'm trying to figure out what they're talking about. Ken Fix used to think Swiss Army knives were the coolest things when I was a kid. Now I think they're overpriced pieces of useless tools. Phillips screwdriver is useless. I don't think they're overpriced. I mean, Swiss Army knives, this exact one right here, it's not something that I get if I'm going to get a knife and use it. These are under 30 bucks. You know, so that's not really an overpriced item. The blade is fine. It works. It cuts. You've got, on this one, you've got the bottle opener, can opener, smaller screwdriver, bigger screwdriver. Do I have the, yep, there's the junker saw. And then what is this? The smaller knife. And is this the owl? But this Phillips screwdriver actually works. 20 bucks, 25 bucks. You got your tweezers and your toothpick in there. Not the worst thing in the world. Not something I'm going to carry around. There's still a lot of people that just love their little Swiss Army knives, though. I want a knife for the blade, period. If it needs anything else, it's in your car. Yeah, and if it needs anything else, it's a multi-tool that you don't use the blade on. You use it, you know, like I have a Leatherman multi-tool that's like got a nice pliers that has a spring in it. So you squeeze, you let go, it opens back up, you know, and then it has some tools and stuff. But I never would use the knife on that thing. But I'll use those pliers or something. Are you ever going to carry it? Well, I keep that little bag in my car. It's like an emergency kit bag. So I'm always going to carry other knives, but it lives in my emergency kit bag. So yeah. Yes. Okay. So let's do this. We are going to make this look like this. How's it gonna go? Is it gonna work out? Are we gonna be happy with the results? So this one's on this side. Is it gonna be... We have to make that decision, I guess, when we get there. All right. Speaking of Phillips, I need a Phillips. What should I do? Splitting slices. Howdy KDK and all in here tonight. Hope you saw my Instagram from the 7K. I don't remember right off the top of my hand. Head? Replace the toothpick with the fire starter? That's the advanced version, Burnt Relic. With specific needs. They all have specific tools for specific people's tasks. You know what I have in my car? 0 Swiss Army knives. I'm also, okay. Oh my God, I never did that. I had a plan. Now I have to do that. I need to write that down. I had a plan for a video and I was collecting very specific knives for that video, and then I never made that video. Now I got the note. I'm reminded. Thank you, Ken, for actually reminding me. Hopefully now I got to remember, and I need to do that soon. It's going to be a fun one. I'm excited for that. I totally forgot about it. I get sidetracked doing so many different projects, and then you get on a new project, and then... Oh my God, shipwrecking? What's that all about? And the next thing you know, here we are. Todd Carr, what's going on, Todd? Okay, we're gonna use this Phillips right now. Does it even fit in there? It does. You seeing this, Ken? Ken fixed. This Phillips is working. It's totally working. It's like, why aren't you using it now? Man, those threads. Those were real threads. Corkscrew will untie knots. Michael Upchurch. What's up, bud? We are doing a little mod to my sheath for my Kubi Quaken. Trying to put these in here and just kind of so I don't lose them. Keep them with this clip. So then if I ever do decide I want to set it up and carry it on a belt, I'll still have this. And that is not going in there very easy. You just get to live over there. Okay. So I noticed the way this one is, it would be on there. Do I want to put it on that side or do I want to put it on the other side? So this is the Slim 3.3 from UltiClip. They have a larger one. They have a couple smaller ones. They have one that only has one screw. So that one could pivot. I think this one is ideal for size-wise and everything. All right. So now we need to make a decision. So if this is going to go in my pocket right here, do I want the clip on that side of it or this side of it? I think I want it on this side of it, which would be the opposite of this. I think it's going to sit better on this side versus this side. Anybody have any comments before I do it? Oh, we do need to get back to that bit too, Ken. Okay, will it apple or whatever? Apple. What does Grandpa cut with his knife? You should start each episode with a peach or an apple, you know, and you gotta take the peach and then eat it. We've got some fun plans for the future, I tell you what. Burnt Relic is now out of Massachusetts. Won a locking one. Massive touche. Is the Kubi bigger or smaller than the Dust Devil? I don't have the Dust Devil, but I want to say it's almost the same size. The blade on the Dust Devil, because of the shape, the Dust Devil blade kind of has a shape more like that. Not exactly that, but a little bit more of a rounded blade shape. If anybody can chime in. KC was in here a few minutes ago, but I think that they are very similar. I mean, they're both from Kubi. The Dust Devil, I think the blade might just be a little longer, a little wider, just in the shape. Very similar in size, though. Ride that UltiClip as high as you can and makes the handle stick out less, right? And then you can get it deeper in the pocket. You think opposite the bulgy part. Well, it's going to sit in my pocket the same way this one does. And so it's either right here, here, or right here, here. So if I do here and here, it's on the same side as this one, but it's also going to have it at an angle like that. I think it'll be tighter right there. Ultimately, if we don't like it, we can take it off and try it the other way. I might be using it as a thumb ramp if it's on the spine side. Dan says it's about the same size as the Dust Devil. I usually always have a real screwdriver. Exactly. I do have that in my car too. I have the 4-banger screwdriver where you take it out, put it in the other way, and then each side can be taken out, put it in. So if 2 flats, 2 Phillips, both sizes. If you got that screwdriver, it's not the best screwdriver in the world, but man, it works. Yeah, well, let's see. So if I put it on there all the way up, it's going to sit there, and then I'm going to be... I'll be pushing on it versus over here. Actually, it might be better on that side, huh? Because on that side, we can go to these two spots right here. That's pretty much where it's going to have to be. And then I'll be doing that. And if it's on the other side, it's going to be right where my thumb hits it. And then you're going to be, boom. Does it ratchet? Well, this is the open. You open it and then you close it. But you can adjust the height. But it looks like you don't really have a whole lot of options with these hole placements to slide it up or down. I could put it way down there. Or way up here. I think I'm gonna try it on this side, I guess. Because that'll end up being the same side as this one. Right? Alright. So there are two types of screws, though, like basically the male and the female screw. You put the male through the top so it's nice and flush on the front, and then you put the washer over the female screw, and then pressure fit. There we go. And it does have a flathead adjustment on that side. And then the Phillips on this side. So we'll do the same thing. Put the male screw through the front. Put the washer over the female. And then line it up. Come on. Takes a little bit to kind of pop it in there. Get it started. Then that rubber washer takes hold. Crank those down a few times with my trusty Phillips head Swiss Army knife. Okay. There it is. It's solid. Look at how thin and slim that is now. Test drive time. Alright, so it's open. We've got that little slot for the pocket. And away we go. Anybody seen Loser lately? I haven't seen Loser in a while on line. He used to be in chats all the time. I hope everything's going well. Maybe he just got busy. Alright, so in the pocket we go. Drop that over the seam. Get it into a position. I like to push it all the way up against one side or the other of my pocket to kind of lock it kind of in place a little bit more. I think we're going to slide it to the back of the pocket. Boom. And she's down. Just like that, we are in. It does seem to want to push it that way, I'm noticing. Alright, we are there. I can drop it right back in there. Look at how thin. Got to get up on the chair. It does want to push it that way, I'm noticing. But it takes up almost no space. Like I put my shirt over that, you can't even tell. It's just smooth, flat, nothing in the way, nothing to get caught on. Right? The UltiClips. Then easy to grab, use. That's holding it. You can't really see, but it's holding it right on the, I'm sorry, it's all black on black. I should be wearing white pants right now so you can, I don't have white pants. But for these smaller ones, this is a great way to carry a fixed blade because now it's just you drop it in there, click it in. Putting it back is way less important than drawing it. Yeah, the draw, you want to just be able to get to it, get it out real easy. And then if you have to kind of line it up. But right now it's set so it's totally flush right at the top of my pocket. So I'm literally just finding that spot, drop it in, give it a little click, and it's done. And I can even put stuff in this pocket here. Doesn't really scratch or anything, doesn't really move around. It sits there, I can grab it, do the use. UltiClips. I'm not sure, it was one of my lives. Someone mentioned it. They were like, yeah, get an UltiClip. Because I was talking about, can't see, it's dark. And now my seam is stuck. There we go. The way it's set, you see that little hook? So it's designed to stay in there really well. So it just took a little second to get that thing out of there. But here we are. Boom. As I said before, UltiClip did reply on my video when the video I made of putting it on there, and they said that they are generally stiffer right when you get them, but they do break in, and you could put a little bit of oil on there. But I'm noticing this one actually is a little bit easier than my first one, was a little bit tighter than that. But look at how slim that is. Nice low profile. If you're looking for a pocket carry for fixed blades, I'm on board. And I don't remember. This was like 15 bucks. Something like that. So not too expensive. They make some cool stuff. 10 times the retention when compared to traditional clips. What you know about that? A little bit more today if you've never seen one before. We have done it. Bag on the floor. Hasn't even made it to the floor. It's still floating. Your first grandpa segment done. Needs Gramps' sack to install a modem, a modern UltiClip. Yep. I used Grandpa's sack right here, baby. The old Swiss Army knife. Have I ever cut anything with this blade? Probably not. Actually feels kind of sharp. Nope. Not hair splitting. Am I going to spend the time to sharpen it up? Probably not. I might sharpen up this one. Boom. Who's got some Rosecraft in their life? Yeah, see, that one already cuts hair. Stinking Creek Sowbelly. D2 Stag. Half stop for days. These weren't my style of knife, but I'm really starting to like them even more now. Not a big pocket dropper with your fixies, says Aries. It depends. Some of those smaller ones you got would be great. But also a lot of them, a nice like sideways or an appendix carry or something would probably be my style. But I'm not a big fixed blade carrying person. Do they have an UltiClip for this? But I do want to experiment and carry some fixed blades more. And I'm finding that in my daily use, I don't really need a fixed blade. But if I want to just test it out, experiment, carry some on some of my normal daily life experiences, this is for me right here. These are great. And the Milita fixed blade is an excellent option. It's a little bit larger for something I would really consider carrying every day, but very cool knife. Feels great in the hand. If I was camping, next time I go out camping or whatever, this will probably be on me all the time. UltiClip for the win, y'all. And now we got a freshie. All right, so upcoming stuff. What's going on? I am shipping a bunch of things out tomorrow. So if you did win, that will be, you'll get some tracking information from me very soon. So stay tuned for that. Where did I set all the knives that I wanted to keep out? Boom. But I'm going to go ahead and pop that out again, ask everyone. I'm looking for some knives that are maybe newer knives or interesting knives in the under $100 range. Under $100. That $50 to $100 spots. Anybody see anything lately that they've been excited about that they want to check out? Any recommendations? Let me know, because that is where I'm looking. I want to pick up a couple. I have several that are in the $150 to $200 range, but it's like, if I buy a couple of the more budget ones right now, that kind of get me by. It's tough to, when you do the content for yourself, I do get a few knives sent in, but not many. I'm buying a good bulk of stuff. I do customs and then sell some of the customs, so that does help out as well. Doesn't even fit. But I'm looking. I'm searching. I'm not sure. I do want to pick up a couple more things before the holiday. I did order something, which I'm surprised that I did. Nobody guessed. If anybody has any guesses, think of a type of a knife that I don't really talk about or show off much on the channel. That's not a Swiss Army. That I spent $100 on recently. Lurking from the shower. TKE in the house all, everybody. The Knight's Edge. Well. Making a nude appearance from the shower. This guy. And now, is he doing that on purpose? Is he just trying to get all of us to imagine him naked? Anybody picturing TKE naked right now?
You guys want some popsicles? I got some popsicles.
Gerber. Dan Stan says Balisong. Alex Kerber says you get your trainer. God, you guys be paying attention, huh? You guys have been paying attention. How about that? I did order something. Let me open it up. There it is. Does it count if he's also drenched in gasoline and on fire? Artisan Revel, Knives Are Life. I have seen the Artisan Revel. That is cool. What is the price on that though? Why do I remember seeing a Revel? It was only in titanium. Anybody notice if we dropped any frames or anything? We've been running smooth all night. I haven't been having a lot of windows open, but I've popped a couple things open and haven't. Yeah, the Revel looks a lot like the it's in a way it's similar to the because is it a Ray Laconico design as well? Maybe. Similar to the Prado, kinda. It's like the blade. There he is, Artisan Cutlery Revel. Yeah, that's what I thought. Premium, $200. But throw me in there. Tell me that blade shape's not almost identical. right? So this is the Prado, CJRB Prado. Similar knife, sweet knife. The Revel is cool. Titanium would be sweet. Couple $100 though. So what did I order? It's gonna be here next week. Next week. Wow. See, 100% on my CPU. It takes forever to open. Can't even see the pictures. So this is what I ordered. I ordered the Mako 5. The only one that they had, oh, now they have some in stock. The only thing they had in stock was the silver one. But I'm going to do a laser mark on it. So I'm going to laser mark. I got this one right here in silver. I actually messaged them because they have a lot of different trainers, and I was like, okay, if I was a novice and I wanted to get one, but I wanted to get one that I could advance with it, rather than, I know there's some out there that you get a basic beginner trainer and then you start using it, and as you advance and become better, you advance beyond that trainer, and then you need to buy a new trainer, and then you advance on that. And so it was like, I asked him, I said, you know, I see you got all these different types. What would be one that I could advance with and it will still be good as like a average to better flipper or whatever? And Lucas got back to me and he was like, yeah, I would get the Mako V5. And so I ordered a Mako V5. They gave me a little 15% discount, not so much, so it ended up being about $100. But I'll be getting that next week. I'll be unboxing it, and then everyone can kind of go through my advancement as I kind of mess around with it, learn a few tricks, have a little fun. What do we think about that? Yay? Nay? I ordered a squid. It's got a cool sound to it. It looks like it's pretty solid, and we'll see how it goes. What is KDK's most expensive and cheapest? Most expensive and cheapest. Cheapest. Actually, that's a lie, because those were cheap. Most expensive. All right, I think we're there. So I was gonna say that this bad boy was my cheapest. Oh, this thing is dumb. This was like $8, right? $8. Bando picks. I have a lot of people ask about them. Dude, doing the lives, when I've been doing the vertical lives, I swear to God, every 2 minutes someone asks, oh, do you have any battle songs? Do you have any butterfly knives? I've also noticed when someone asks if I have something and I do have it, like if they're like, do you have a Rambo knife? And I'm like, yes, I do. And they're like, oh, do you have a Crocodile Dundee knife? And I'm like, that's not a knife. That's a knife, you know? And so I've started ticking off the boxes of the things that people ask about a lot. And I've been picking things up. So I've always been fascinated by butterfly knives. Never really learned much because I didn't want to cut myself. And so now I've got a trainer on the way. I'll be able to mess around with that and not worry about it. And we'll see how it goes. I'm going to have some fun with it for sure. Did you buy that at a gas station? I ordered it but it might as well have been a Temu or a gas station. This is a $7 gorgeous. I mean, look. There's dolphins, yellow tangs, and a raccoon butterfly on there. You know? They even made it sure to pay attention to give her an innie instead of an outie. So there isn't a hot spot right there. $7 for this bad boy. But to be honest though, the most inexpensive I got was these right here. These were like $5.99. So this is like a $6 knife. And you can take that $6 knife and then do this to it. And up the value to a $6.50 knife. Or someone will be like, oh, it looks like it was in the ocean. That's garbage. Throw it away. Get a new shiny one. But yeah, surprisingly, these are little $6 ones. So I guess technically this would be the cheapest. So most expensive. My knives in my collection, my most expensive ones all kind of seem to fall under the same category of around that $200. Decent rack on that mermaid. All right. Sidetracked. Okay, so one of my newest knives is this one I got from my Secret Santa, which was ridiculous in a way, yet also pretty cool. But this is, now I can't remember what it's called again, the Latama Yuki, CPM 20 CV in titanium. This is a $200 knife. It's got a little button stick. But yeah, so this one's $200. I have the Concept Tuckamore. I believe that these go for around $180, so it's not as expensive. Couple bucks less. I got it at Blade Show, Texas, so I think I got it for about $70 less than that. But it is one of my favorites, Concept Tuckamore. Put her down here. They're on the 180 range. We have the Devo Tallboy. Devo Tallboy is a $200 bad boy, so it's going to sit right next to that other one. This is the Blade Binge Dark Mode version. What is this? S90? Let's say right there. Yep, S90V and that sweet black camo carbon. So this one's also in that 200 range. All right, we're just going to move you up here for now. So 200, 200, 180. My other Devo is the Devo Premium Pony Stout. I think this one was around 200 as well. Can anyone confirm on that? Devo, bring the tall boy back. Yes. Oh, I gotta look up this Concept Thorth. You said that a second ago and I didn't have a chance to look because I got sidetracked. Banned, Paul Might. Not for those. Those were not bannable. But yeah, someone can correct me if I'm wrong. Dude, you can get the Tuckamore for $138 right now with a discount code. Wow. Yeah, I got mine for less than that because it was at Blade Show. But I believe that this Premium Pony Stout is also around $210. I want to say it was like $210. Someone correct me on that. If not, I'm going to go like this. Boom. Paul Might says 180-ish. For this one? All right. Well, then it goes back down. Boom. I was wrong. I have the CJRB Frac. CJRB Frac and S90V and Frag Titanium. This thing is a beast. This one was 200. Put that one up there. So a lot in the 200 range. Let me take my final look. I have one more that I know I'm putting out, but I haven't put it out on purpose because of the wonderful things He does. Trying to think though, I don't see any others that pop up into that range. I could say the Fenrir, the Concept Fenrir Lefty. Although I did get this one for like $120, I think. This was another Blade Show. So I wanted a lefty when I was at Blade Show, Texas. They didn't have any good lefties for me. And so then, boom, one of the girls at the Concept booth was like, hey, here's my email, get a hold of me. And so then I emailed her, and I was like, yeah, we talked at Blade Show, lefty knives or whatever. And then she gave me a special one-time discount code. And so I got like 80, 70 bucks off of this sweet, sweet Concept Fenrir with the titanium and the shredded carbon fiber. What is on this one? It's right there. S35VN. That's also going to sit down there with those. But I would say I didn't buy it, but this one wins. This is the new Kaiser Hawk, and it goes for $210. So I would say my most expensive that I own, that is mine. I mean, I have some in the building. This right here, this Rayot from Mikey Trails with the Zircotai. This is like $470 or something like that. This is pushing that. This is knocking on that $500 door or something like that. So you can definitely get more expensive knives than I have. My budget range, I try not to go too crazy as much as I'd like to. But yeah, Kaiser did send me this Hawk Tua. But this goes for $210 with the S90 and the DLC. So I'd say that's probably my most expensive. Why would you take the Hawk over the other ones, Dan? What do you mean, why would I? We were just talking about the most expensive in my collection. And this, these are all around 2, close to 2, under 2. This one right now, if you want to buy it, is about 210. So technically this would be, although I am really enjoying it. The action is just so great. Feels good. This is definitely one of my top 5 though, for sure. Something about the feel of this and the look. I dig it. And I have a lot that are in that lower range, you know, a little more than 100. This is my favorite knife, the Kaiser Mini Towser K. This is in 154 cm and frag titanium with the Kaiser clutch lock that works effortless. I love this thing, but these are around 110, 115, something like that. And then I really like, what was that? The Tempest Microjet. What are these? 145? 140? 1931 Leatherworks. What's up? Ken Fixed might buy a folder. Ken Fixed might buy a folder. He buys fixed blades. Ken, I would love to chat with you and find you a sweet folder. We got Dave in. Dave picked up that sweet folder. Our buddy Dave, he bought a drop bear. I showed my drop bear earlier. I've got the 154 CM and micarta drop bear that just has awesome action. And Dave bought the 20 CV and a camel carbon one for like 200 bucks. Sweet knife. But now he carries that as his daily. He's always got it on him. It's a great knife. Got the Tuya Wraith V2 for 190. Okay, let's look up this. What was the name of that again? Kubi, or was it Concept? I had to scroll back in the chat real quick here. Concept Thorth. Thorth. Concept Thorth. Ooh. Ooh, which one? Ooh. I almost like the way that one. Okay. Concept Thorth. Look at this. That's pretty. Are you a knife nut? Anybody get one of these? Wow. I almost like this one. Brown micarta and gray titanium. It's kind of ugly. The gray and the brown and the black. I don't like that, but I like it. Does that make sense? Wow. Lightning anno. Cool blade shape. What? And look at this. So it's a full frame lock, but then the bolster covers up the top part of it. Wow, that's kind of cool. So a lot of times that would be all up in the bolster, and then this would be solid down in the lower section. That is neat. Very cool. Check that bad boy out. Dan Stan's enjoying the Vosteed Mink XL. Talking about the big hawk. Say that fast. The Christmas Tenable Fenrir is a $68. Yeah, the new Fenrirs from Tenable with the button locks. Are they all button locks too? Or do they have a version that's not a button lock? Because I know that the Fenrirs looks just like this, except for their button locks. And so it's more of a budget friendly, $60, $70. Whoops. This one is a full lefty, which is cool. But if you like the way the Fenrir looks, you get a button lock version of this right now for $70. That's actually a really cool knife. Real Steel dropped a banger called the Heft. Was that how you would say that? H-O-E-F-T. There it is. Man, we're not dropping frames. I'm sure looking stuff up on the internet now. I'm maxing out the CPU. 98%. S35V titanium carbon fiber. $259. Ooh. Is that a button lock? It is a button. Oh, it's a button actuated frame lock. Very cool. Wow, look at the angular design on this. That is sexy. Up on the bolster, there's a lot of stuff going on. I don't like red on knives. What? You don't like red on knives? Dan Stan. Send me all your red knives now. That's weird. It's not the same when they're different knives. You can't dual wield the same. But yeah, I love red. There are other versions. There are other versions. They are all button locks, no front flipper. Oh, there's no front flipper on them? But they are all button locks. The front flipper on it does kind of make it though. You're right. So thumb studs and button lock and no front flip action. But look at the choke up front and back. That's fun stuff. The Hawk 1, and I need to get a Hawk 2. I love the sound though. It's like whoop-a-ching. Dig it. Dude, this heft. That's pretty cool. But who's excited? I've got a Mako 5 coming. Like this. Laser mark on the side. It does look like a shark. The Mako is the name of a shark. Probably have to do some laser mark scales or something on there. All right, folks. Good night, everyone. Awesome show, KDK. Gotta go to bed and do adult things in the morning. Thanks again, Ken Fixed, for all your donations and all you do for the channel. Much appreciated. Have a good night, bud. And we're getting there. It's 1:45. Let me buy Ken. Hang out for 1 minute, Ken. 1 minute. Maybe less. Maybe less. Give me a second here. And then people can say rigged. If Ken wins one of these, I'm buying some. Hold on, I gotta enter my security code for my credit card. I'm buying 5 memberships here quick. See who wins them. There goes. I feel like I get the same. I feel like you guys have won memberships before in the past, huh? 1931 Leatherworks, Kevin Smith and Knives, Salvo Zen, Ron Crow, and Mark Parks all gifted a new membership. Welcome aboard. Some of you are coming back or just maintaining your membership. Feel free to blast some emojis in the chat. I'll show you. Clickety click clack clack. Send emojis. I try to do what I can. I'm not loaded, but I'll buy memberships. I try to buy a few memberships every week. There you go. And then my stupid screen just logged off on me. Stinking thing. Stinking thing.
You stinker. You're just a sour puss. Why you gotta be so sour on a bum?
How's that? Fingerprints. Oop. See that? Fingerprints? Perfect. You could have made a copy of that real quick. It's okay. I never win anything, sad face. Sorry, Ken. Everyone would have said it's rigged if I told you to stay and then you won one, though. It happens. It has happened. Who was that? It happened actually twice. Someone I was like, yeah, stick around, and then they won one, and then we did it again, and someone else. But at that time, I think we only had like maybe 15, so 20 people in the chat at the time. Did I lose some of my chat? Oh no, my chat froze over here. I see. Still getting frozen chats even on my horizontal lives. What's up with that? Positive vibrations heading your way. Maybe next time. What we can hope. Anybody got any fun plans this weekend? Got to go shopping still. Still got to pick up some things for the holidays. Anyone going on a trip somewhere? Leaving town? What's the plans? I am going to be hanging out with family close by. My parents live about an hour and 20 minutes away and my sister lives about 20-25 minutes away. So we usually, and that's kind of in between. So they only have to drive like 40 minutes to my sister's. So we usually meet there. Plus, it's my grandparents have all passed long ago. I haven't had grandparents for a while. My parents are grandparents. But it's kind of a smaller family in the area. It's my mom and my dad, my sister, her husband, and then her 2 boys. And so that's basically my Christmas gathering. So we'll be meeting at my sister's. Actually, I don't know exactly what we're doing since Christmas is in the middle of the week. I think I have off Christmas Eve and Christmas Day. That's probably the standard for a lot of people. So I'm not exactly sure where we're going. Sometimes we'll drive up to the parents' house, but I think we're going to be at my sister's for most of it. Oh, sorry, I got something in my eye. But I still need to pick up a couple things for the nephews. I got to make a couple things still. Find a few more items as gifts. I like to do as much as possible, try to get some fun things. Try to make a few fun things. Try not to make everyone think I'm just going to give them knives. They all know I got the channel going. They're all supportive and like what's going on or glad that I'm having fun and making the content and doing all the stuff with all you. It's just been great. You can always work hard whenever you want to, maybe. Yeah. But don't work yourself too hard. That's what I learned. It was like you can't get back time. You can earn more money, but you can't earn more time. So when I lost, well, I didn't lose them, but my 30s went too fast. And then when I started getting in the 40s, it was like, I need to slow down here and enjoy life a little bit more rather than working so much. I had several like upper management type jobs where I'd be working salary, making good money, but now you're working 65-hour, 70-hour weeks all the time. Eat, breathe, sleep, work. You're at home relaxing, but you're not relaxing because you're thinking about what you got to do in the meeting you have at work tomorrow, stuff like that. And I just wanted more time. I wanted more this. I wanted more artistic things. When I was doing that, I didn't have time to play a game or be creative, and so now I don't make as much, which is fine. I still pay my bills, I save some money, whatever. But I'd rather make less and live a more productive life, if that makes sense. So everyone's got to make sure you cover yourself, pay your bills and things, but that time, you can't get that time back. So use it wisely, enjoy it, do the things you want to do, try the things you want to try, taste the things you want to taste. Buy as many of the knives that you can afford to buy when you can afford to buy them. Whenever it's over $100, I have to think about it a little bit more and just make sure I pace myself. You've seen my collection. I'm heading towards the 300. At least 250, and when you buy a lot of those, sure, a lot of them might be in that $30 to $60 range. Bought quite a few of those budget knives for customization projects and stuff like that when I was really early in learning some of the techniques, so that I'm not wasting or destroying a knife that is expensive. Gotten kind of past that now, and as you grow, you want more fancy knives, or you appreciate a better blade steel or a better design, and so now your taste is upgraded, your price upgrades, and then you can't afford all the things you want. But I'm still not going to overwork myself. I'd rather not overwork myself and not be able to buy every single knife I want, and just enjoy life a little bit. My QSP penguin, and I'll be happy. Right? And you don't always need it. Sometimes that nice penguin is a great knife. It works. You get yourself a pyrite and carry that thing every day and beat the hell out of it and have a good time with it, and it's fine. Been working 6 days a week, 12 hours a day to sell cars. Yeah, you can make some money, but all you do is work, work, work all weekend, every weekend, so I can buy NAFs. Got 4.5 feet of snow. Gonna build a fort tomorrow. My brother-in-law and the nephews, they build a sledding luge every year. His yard, it's like a little bit higher in the front yard, and then it goes down in the backyard. So like you go down you go on the main, when you walk in the front door, you're on the main level. And if you go down the steps to the next lower level, then you can walk out the back of the house at that lower level. So there's like kind of the hill goes down to the backyard. So they'll build up a 6 to 8 foot pile of snow on the front to make the hill even higher, and then make this fun luge that goes down and around the corner, and all the kids in the neighborhood do that all winter. It's super fun. They didn't get to do one last year. We hardly had any snow last year, but pretty much every year they get a nice little luge going. I will probably maybe do a little knife video on the luge this year if we get one made. I'm sure we'll get enough snow. Just spent $200 on my first 2 knives. 2-year Wraith V2 and a Purple Haze Mangana Steel Camino. Couldn't turn it down. Sorry, I'm reading over there. My screen up there popped off. Whenever it does that, I have a hard time getting it to turn back on. Just get a Kunmu, or a Kaiser, or a Vosted, or a Kubi. Scratch that, rewind it. Let's say Kenman says it. Just get a Kunmu, or a Kaiser, or a Kubi. Dan, are you responsible for all the drones? Just my own. Just my own. I have a few. None of them are airborne right now. I've got one for my nephew I need to get airborne, but I had some computer issues setting it up. They are fun. But mine are all built for speed. Built for action. You know what I'm saying? I tell ya. Well, it's almost 9. I'm kind of hungry. We've been having fun. I appreciate all of you. I will be continuing the Thursday lives. I do need to upgrade that computer. Although it looked like today we were maxing out and looking up a few things, and it still did okay. But I definitely need to upgrade the computer so that I can run heavier. We can look more things up. And up. Sure. Why not? No. We keep hanging. Ghost Keeper's got 20 Kaisers, 10 Kubis, 5 Concept, 7 Vosted. Vosted screwed me. Wasn't fun. Fenrir, top 5, says Lanyard Man. Sabald loves you all. Echo Elvis loves the lives. Order a pizza. I ate pizza. I've eaten pizza a lot. I had pizza last night. I mean, I could eat pizza. It's good. It's getting cold out, though. We're getting into cold weather, warm soups. Anybody ever go get pho? I don't know where everyone lives. Everywhere I've lived has had some pho joints. Vietnamese soup, it's so good. It's just a big old bowl, and you've got noodles and sprouts and basil and jalapenos and meat. Depending on the meat you get, I usually get the combo that'll have beef and tripe, like stomach and cartilage, and oh my god, so good, so good. And it's warm, keeps you nice and Toasty. And a partridge in a pear tree. Steak stromboli, hot and sweet peppers. That sounds fantastic. Now my stomach's grumbling even more. No meat. Some people are into that, which I respect. But if you can put meat on top of meat with more meat in my soup, thank you. Thank you. Never sick of pizza. Worked a lot of pizza joints. Pho is fantastic. Yep, I worked a lot of pizza joints too. Little fun fact. My father, who is now retired, was in the pizza business for many years. Before I was born, he was running a Pizza Hut. When I was born, he was running a Happy Joe's. Then we moved to Minnesota or to St. Cloud, and he ran a Chuck E. Cheese. So my first job ever was at a Chuck E. Cheese. I actually walked around in a Chuck E. Cheese costume for like a couple of times, and then I got too tall and I didn't fit in the costume anymore. And then I basically became a game coin mech tech / fixing ticket jams in the skee ball and stuff like that. Those were my main jobs starting off. So I worked in the pizza business all growing up. So I'm familiar. And it's pizza. Everyone loves pizza. We should do a secret knife Santa. Justin, just me and you? Or we get a little group? Because if it's like a secret knife Santa, it couldn't be just me and you. Because it wouldn't be a secret. Although I would be interested. Anybody else possibly interested in some type of a little Secret Santa knife or gift exchange? I could maybe consider throwing one together. We did one. What was it on? I can't remember. They used some website that was kind of fun. We should talk about it. I'm down for anything. Chuck E. Cheese is awesome. It was awesome. I haven't been... They changed it a lot since then. Back in the day, this was when, when I was younger, you could still smoke indoors. And so Chuck E. Cheese would have a lounge for the parents. So the parents would, give the kids a bunch of tokens, go play some games, and they would hang out in the lounge and watch sports on the TVs and smoke cigarettes and have some beers. And then there were like violent games, your Mortal Kombats and stuff like that. And then Chuck E. Cheese changed. It changed to an all kid kind of style format, and they're looking to reach out to kids between like the ages of like 4 and like 12 or something like that. And so all of the violent video games were removed. All of the adult themed things were removed. No beer, no smoking. And it is, as Joe just said, Chuck E. Cheese just not the same anymore. It is what it is. Justin, we should talk. Maybe we could put a group together of a small or whatever amount of people and set something up. I'm going to go eat. I'm starving. I need to cook up something fast right now. It might even be mac and cheese or even the good old can of SpaghettiOs. I have a chef in the house. The chef, Boy R.D. Oh, I tell you what. Doctor up some SpaghettiOs with some hot sauce. Showbiz. Yeah. Showbiz Pizza was in existence too, where a kid can be a kid. Isn't that what Showbiz is? Or was that KB Toy Stores? Yeah, Showbiz had the bear. That was a cool one too. Justin, we're going to talk. I'll message you. You message me. Maybe I'll make a post. I get a little group of people or something like that, or we can set some up on Discord, or I don't know. I could be interested. Thank you all for hanging out with me, though. Always a pleasure. Much appreciation. We're at 7,100 and some odd people. I'm going to keep pushing. A lot of fun content coming in the future. A lot of customizations. More cool unboxings. All the like. Thank you all so much. How do we end it? Anybody's interested, my email's still down. Message me, KDK and 4K on my Instagram. If you are interested in a little gift exchange, we might be doing something like that. Contact me. You want something custom done? You want to send me something? Contact me. Y'all have a good night.